Vulpina is a support role hero with average attack stat and low defense stat. She is fast speed hero. Vulpina's skill loses 15% current HP and deal 1200% normal attack damage to the target and convert 2 non-purple Naya stone into 2 purple Naya charger. Her passive at start of turn, 1 random ally gets 1 stack of bribe and restore 20% mana. Bribe. After casting skill, consume all stack of bribe and deal 1 extra hit and deal 80% damage, plus 80% normal attack damage per stack, up to 10 stacks. Since she is also a stone creator and her speed is fast, is she a better purple stone creator compared to Elmist, which is slow speed? To answer this, we need to talk about the basic. Is Naya Charger Stone give a lot more mana than usual stone? This is a test to show the difference on mana gain for fast, average, slow speed hero when the first part is connecting 3 purple stones and second part is using 1 purple Naya Charger. Result: connecting 3 stones gives slow speed hero 23% mana, average speed hero 25% mana, fast speed hero 45% mana. In another word, 1 usual stone gives slow speed hero 7.6% mana, average speed hero 8.3% mana, and fast speed hero 15% mana. However, when bursting 1 Naya Charger Stone, slow speed hero gains 8% mana, average speed hero gains 8% mana, fast speed hero gains 15% mana. Conclusion: 1 Naya Charger Stone gives about the same mana as 1 regular stone. Next, let's put them in PvE and compare how efficient they are in terms of giving mana to ally. In Valor Boss, we use the same 4 other heroes. In 2 minutes' time, how many times they can cast skill? Now let's fast forward. Result: Teaseron casts skill 5 times, Director N casts skill 6 times, Grusha casts skill 5 times, Vulpina casts skill 5 times, Nom Nom casts skill 4 times. Now try the same setup by changing Vulpina into Elmist. Result: Tesseron casts skill 6 times, Director N casts skill 6 times, Grusha casts skill 6 times, Elmist casts skill 4 times, Nom Nom casts skill 5 times. Conclusion: Vulpina does not show superiority in terms of giving mana when compared to Elmist. Now let's see Vulpina plus 0 in PvP. Defender is Lumenbray with Yuki and Silphris meta team. At beginning of ally turn, Vulpina will randomly give an ally 1 stack of bribe, which is the floating coin symbol, and restore 20% mana to the ally, like you can see in Cherno and Bello. Vivienne is going to cast skill. Look at the damage.
Okay, thanks.
First there is skill damage dealt, then 2 separate damage from extra damage and extra normal attack damage from 1 stack of bribe. Now all ally are inflicted with Frosted, which mean all mana will be drained by Lumenbray. Look at when Vulpina's passive, which is increased mana on 1 random ally, will kick in before mana drain or after. Focus on Vulpina mana now. First, all ally mana are drained by Lumenbray, then Vulpina's passive kick in and give 1 stack of bribe and 20% mana after the mana drain. However, if the ally are Frostbite, the mana given by Vulpina's passive is useless.
of fortune.
In Hero Stat page, you cannot find Bribe, but you can find this. After casting skill, deal extra damage and normal attack damage to target, like you can see here.
No, I don't. The snow is falling.
This
Thanks.
circle of life and death is eternal.
The wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune.
No! Repaint the reality!
The wheel of
Vulpina +1, cast skill no longer lost to eye, but restore 10% HP. When casting a skill, Vulpina and her nearby ally has 50% chance increase normal attack damage, 30%, skill damage 30%, critical damage 30%, and damage dealt 30%, each trigger separately. Now let's see Vulpina +1 in battle. First Frostbite Messenket using Grusha, so she cannot counterattack.
This circle of life and death is eternal.
Vulpina is going to cast skill. Unfortunately, none out of the 4 buff is triggered for Grusha, despite each buff has 50% chance to trigger. For Cherno and Bellow, damage dealt 30% and skill damage 30% are triggered. Messenket is immune to unconscious now, and now she can counterattack as usual. Vulpina is defeated, and the buff triggered on Cherno and Bellow still remain active.
Fire leads us to eternity.
This circle of life and death is eternal. Stormy waters when the battles.
Vulpina casts skill again. Damage dealt 30% and normal attack damage deal 30% are triggered on Grusha. However, for Cherno and Bellow, none of the buff are triggered.
This circle of life and death is eternal.
Vulpina casts skill, and this time all 4 buff are triggered on Grusha. 2 out of 4 buff are triggered.
No! Repaint the reality!
Show your hand. This circle of life and death is eternal.
Fire leads us to eternity.
Show your hand.
3 out of 4 buff triggered.
This circle of life and death is eternal. Show your hand.
Vulpina creates purple Naya Charger Stone when casting skill. In term of mana giving to ally, she is not better than Elmist, but Naya Charger can be burst and move the board, which might create cascades of stone connection. She is fine to be your second purple team with some stone creation in PvE events like Tower of Illusion. Vulpina +1 has 4 different buff after casting skill, but only trigger 50% chance and separately. On top of that, the buff only lasts 2 turns. This makes her buff unreliable and unstable. For PvP, even though her passive gives mana after Luminbrae's mana drain, her passive only gives 1 random ally and it is hard to strategize. Vulpina does not provide any defensive support to ensure purple team to survive, which is what purple team is really need in current meta. Recommendation: free to play and budget players. If your main color is purple, it is fine to get Vulpina in PvE event and your second attack team in PvP. But it is more important to get Tesseron if your main color is purple. Other color player can skip this hero.